Hey folks, I am here at Salem Breeze Campground here in North Carolina. It's actually in Welcome, North Carolina. And it's one of the RV parks that we recommend quite often for folks who are coming to Ramble in North Carolina for service or upgrades. And a lot of times you're traveling and need a spot to stay at, you know, the night before your appointment, and then, you know, potentially a night after your appointment. I wanted to give you a little bit of review of Salem Breeze. I really like this campground. It's not what I would call like a destination campground, meaning like it has a big pool, it has a park, you know, those types. It doesn't have that. This is more of like a convenient location. So we are just south of Winston-Salem, like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes south of Winston-Salem. We're about 10 to 20 minutes from Lexington, North Carolina. You know, not too far from Charlotte, but it's a great little stop to be able to camp for the night. And what I do like about it, it's very open. It's very easy to get in and get out of. The sites are mostly level, and like our site, which is right there, is site number 1. It is one of my favorite sites because if you have a 25 front bed or 27 front bed, you have some really good views. Like, you actually don't feel like you're really in a campground. You feel like you're camping, you know, almost like a national park. I'll show you some of the views in a second. But the sites are fairly level. We didn't level at all. We just backed in. I turned on the LevelMate Pro. It was level side to side, unhooked, and then just leveled front to back. And it was very easy to do that. I will say the speed limit is 5 miles per hour. That is posted everywhere. But the site, there are pull-through sites. There's a number of pull-through sites, and then a number of back-end sites, as you can see right there. And then we're in a back-end site there. We just happened to park beside another Airstream owner, which obviously, being that, you know, Airstream community, you always end up meeting your Airstream neighbor. And we did meet them. They're actually scheduled to come to Ramble here in a couple of weeks for us to take care of a leak for them on the roof. But it's a very nice campground. They do have Wi-Fi internet. A little slow, but it has worked for us. We've not had any issues. We're connecting through our PepLink antenna that we have, and then rebroadcasting into the camper. Now, the other thing I will say, as you can kind of see with these sites here, they're not massive sites, so there's not like space to put out your mat, camp mat, those types of things. But for a quick stop, or if you want to explore like the Winston-Salem, High Point, Greensboro area, it is a nice site. And Robert, the owner, he is super friendly. Now, a few other sites I want to point out. If you are, hold on a second, Rosie's got me tied up. Rosie, you want to say hi to the camera? Nope. Okay. Come on this way. So site, I think it's 33 over here. I think will also be a good site too. It's a back end site as well, but I think if you're in like a 25 or 27, then your main windows are going to be facing the tree area there, and then the back of the camper where the dinette is, that's going to be facing kind of this wooded area. So like number 1 and number 33, I think are like the best Airstream spots. Now the other spots are fine. Pull through, there's a massive motorhome Super C right there. But it's very open. It's not huge, so it's easy to get to. But what I like about it, like if you want to visit Mooresville, if you want to visit some of the sites in like Welcome, Lexington, those types of places, or even Winston, it's a pretty good campground for that. And I do want to mention a couple of places that you might want to visit if you do come to Salem Breeze or to Ramble to have service done and you stay at Salem Breeze. The first thing is RCR. The RCR Museum, which is the Richard Childress Racing Museum, is like 10 minutes from here, maybe 7 minutes from here. That is a very cool place to be able to see some really cool NASCAR stuff, especially if you're a Dale Earnhardt fan, as I am myself. There's also a place called Nick's Old Fashioned Hamburgers, which is a very famous local spot here. You will usually wait 30 to 45 minutes to get a hamburger or a cheeseburger, and that will kind of tell you that it is a good spot to go to. Also, there's Lexington, North Carolina, which is the North Carolina barbecue capital of North Carolina. And here in North Carolina, we like to say it's the barbecue capital of the world, but I think my friends in Texas would argue against that. But there's a great spot called Lexington Barbecue that you can go to and get some great North Carolina barbecue. And it is a place that if you go there, you can just know that Chad, as a very young kid, went there very often in my childhood and through life, and ate there because it's a famous spot. And I will say this about Lexington Barbecue: when you get there, it's going to be absolutely packed, most likely, but their service is very quick. You will get in and out pretty quick. So don't be alarmed if the parking lot's full or there's a line when you get inside. You'll probably stand there for 15 minutes and then get a seat. And then if you order barbecue, it will show up in like 5 minutes to your table. It's pretty much clockwork there. But Lexington Barbecue is very good. And then just the Lexington area is also a really cool area to visit. And then one other place I want to mention is the Midway Town Park. It is beautiful. We took Leah, and I'm trying to get unwrapped here. Rosie keeps getting me wrapped up. Midway Town Park is a beautiful area. We took Rosie and Leah for a walk there. Again, it's like 5 minutes from here. So although this isn't like the type of campground, I don't know, that you book months and months in advance, like there are usually spaces here, and it's very convenient. It's very easy to get in and out of, and it is one of the places that we recommend when you come into Ramble in North Carolina for service, or if you're just visiting Winston-Salem. This is a great spot to go to. I'll give some other options too, which would be Oak Hollow Campground. Absolutely beautiful state park, a little bit harder to get into and get out of. The spaces are a little bit smaller, and the park is older. And then another favorite of the Carolinas Airstream Club is going to be Tanglewood Campground, which is also I think it's a state park, but it's gonna feel more state parky, where this feels more I don't know, commercial maybe. But at the same time, you know, the owner, Robert, like, you don't feel like you're at a commercial establishment. You feel like you're kind of at a hometown campground. And that's one of the things I do like about it. And we just wanted to get a weekend away. And it's actually our first weekend camping with Leah in our 25-foot Flying Cloud. So we're kind of figuring things, we're kind of figuring things out with a new member in the family. Anyway, if you have any questions about Salem Breeze, throw those into the comments. Hope you guys are living riveted, and we'll see you down the road. Thanks. Bye.